Hey guys, what's up? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of 5-4 Season 2, which is on episode 13, or possibly episode 37 and the overall total number, on 24 episodes in the first season, and we're up to the 13th episode, episode 37, if anything. Anyways, this episode right here reveals a lot of things of what's going on, especially with this guy named Raffles the First. He's always been somewhat of a major supporting background character for a very long time, ever since he was introduced and was talked about for a while now. Not to mention, it looks like to me we also get to know more information that Burns and Joker were actually connected as friends and as a team. It just happened a long time ago where they encountered an Inferno one time, and they end up having these strange eye injuries onto their eyes that they end up wearing eye patches just to hide it. We get to know that they were transported to a different dimension and etc. And that's when they had their own different perspectives of how the world really is and how it even works. That aside, we have to it that Burns ends up giving a book to Joker for him to take a look into, because apparently, this involves the wife of Raffles the First, who is the founder of the Holy Soul Temple. Burns explained that he looked into everything and investigated the Forgotten Nether, and this is what he found: a journal or diary. It belonged to Raffles the First's wife. And of course, something about the day of the cataclysm and all that, and description of the establishment of the Tokyo Empire. Writing says that a caravan centered around Raffles the First discovered the Adelaverse after a long journey and built out Tamarissa, which would become the core of the empire. And we get to know that the Holy Soul Church whatsoever seems to be very ignorant about its origin stories. Eventually, this diary that Joker's been reading out loud, it seems like to me things are starting to look a little different. Not to mention Benny Maru mentions about there was someone with an ability that's able to change into people and ends up having to be a lot of trouble. But Joker says we're talking about 250 years ago about this, and we have to it that Burns suggests that there's an inhuman higher dimensional being by an inhuman being who had taken Raffles' place. So there has to be someone that's not human that took Raffles' place and created this church whatsoever, And we get to know that Ina or Inca, the pink hair girl who decides to join the Evangelius, realizes that Yona is the one who turned himself into Raffles the First and created the Holy Soul Empire. And we have to it that he explains that Raffles the First you read about me is in the scriptures. I created this religion order and something under the Evangelius in order to manipulate all of human will against our advantage and lead them to Adela, all in grace of the Evangelius. So it looks like to me an inhuman being is there, as Burns and Joker are making a hypothesis or is being suspicious of. Is true. Someone took the disguise of Raffles the First, but this happened many years ago, but it has to be someone inhuman, and that guy, Yona, that Inca mentioned, is that person who disguised himself as it, And we have to it that the next location that Joker wants to look into is the Hajima Industries, Since they've been working with the Holy Soul Temple to build Alma Tarisu, they may have a connection to the Evangelius there. And we also get to see some familiar faces, we see Shinra at the second half talking to one of our buddies, which I forgot his name. Dang it, forgive me. He hasn't been too much of a spotlight character or focus. Vulcan, yeah. Vulcan tells Shinra hey man, I actually ended up having to make something in the kitchen. Go check it out. And Shinra thinks it was a person that looks like that has red hair is actually the creation, but it's actually a mixer instead. And it's Lisa, It's been a while since I've seen her, and dang, she looks very hot, honestly. Well, forgive me for that. Men's instincts that can't help it nowadays, or boys' instincts, if anything. he thought Lisa was a creation, but that was the real person. It was just a mixer she's talking about. And Shinra welcomes her despite the fact that she might end up betraying them again, and then etc. But yeah, they end up greeting each other in a nice way, you know, and yeah, they say, hey, what's up, you know? I mean, you don't have to betray us, but that aside, like, yeah, you know, your opinion now means a little, but hey, let's make the most of it, okay? And we have to it that they end up talking with one of Burns' closest subordinate or best friend or something, and he ends up explaining to them about what Benimaru has been doing, you know, especially having a connection with Joker. They end up talking about like this Holy Soul Temple Church whatsoever, especially with the Hajime Industries being a little like behind the situation. And let's not forget, we also get information that Hajime Industries is a major factor to the Tokyo Empire, you know, and etc. But we also see too that Lit ends up talking with Hibana for a bit about the situation and warns him that you're gonna get killed, you know. I thought you were a Date Hajime, but then you go and bite your master's hand, etc. And she even asks Lit like, what are you after, you know? And we had to it that after Lit is being reporting his situation, he was told by his boss to bring Shinra in, and you know, the boss who's bossing around Shinra pretty much says we're gonna kill him after he brings Shinra to the lab, which I go like, oh my gosh, man, how about I kill this guy myself, you know? But whatever the case may be, it is what it is, and the next episode is called The Ashen Reaper. Anyway, sorry for being very vague and confusing. All I could really tell you with Joker and Burns, they were actually friends with each other, I guess, or on the same team, and then they have a different perspective after going through a certain eye injury situation, and like whatchamacallit, they decide to look into this Holy Soul Temple Church and realizes that this all might be a fake or something, which is turned out to be true. We have to it that Inca talks to that guy Yona, who disguised himself as Raffles the First, you know, and made the Holy Soul Temple Church in order to like manipulate human will for us to find the dollar, you know, etc. Not much to be said. Then, like I said, we see Lisa. We do see Lisa in, again, after we haven't seen her for a long time from season 1, you know, just after that betrayal. And the meeting with Obi and the others are talking about the Hajime Industries, knowing that they are the ones that created the Tokyo Empire and look into it, you know. That's what Joker and Benimaru is going after right now to find what's up, you know. That aside, we see Lit is about to bring Shinra in at the laboratory, and the boss is planning to kill Lit after he brings him in. You know, I go like, what the hell? Are you serious right now? But yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of information involving about the Holy Soul Church, you know. We get to know that it's been created by another guy who disguised himself as Raffles the First, you know, and made all this so he could like go out, so the Evangelius go out to the Adala and create the Greek fire cataclysm again, etc. And Inca is part of the Evangelius now, knowing that she finds thrill in it. But yeah. Anyways, looking forward to next episode, knowing that things are about to get a little hectic now. With all this information revealed in this episode of season 2, gosh dang, man, it's only going to be a little more dangerous along the road, knowing that all this is a sham. The Holy Soul Church is nothing more than a fake and a sham. Pretty much that Burns has researched and told Joker about, especially Benimaru. But for the time being, they want to keep this under wraps, otherwise chaos will ensue and everything will go to hell. Which I gotta understand why. But anyways, that's about it, people. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!